Hi everyone, this is an overview of your final project for this course. As mentioned to you on the first day of course, your final project is creating your dream course. So let's start with a review. Why are you studying to be a music teacher? Well, your job as a music teacher is to educate your future students through music, as you know. It's to specifically help students better understand the world and express themselves, realize their birthright to make music, everyone has that right, and to be cultural music preservers and progressors. Remember, we read in our article by Kratis, Music Education at the Tipping Point. Music educators' job is to preserve and pass on the best of our musical past and our musical present and future. You already know how to be your high school choral, orchestra, or band teacher. We don't need to really teach you how to do that because you've had such strong models. Our job is to really think about helping you think about your future students beyond those contexts. The reality is you will be hired to teach multiple music classes and ensembles somewhere. It may be in the school district where you grew up, so you already know the context, or it might be somewhere completely different. Regardless, our job as faculty is to help you prepare for educating your future students. So our job is not simply to remind you about how to teach how you were taught, but to progress your thinking and your skills and your knowledge further so that you are prepared to uh, interact and teach whomever walks through your door. That's our ethical responsibility as teachers. For example, your future students may be in the Buffalo Public Schools, an urban setting, or more of a rural setting such as Springville, or maybe a suburban setting such as Orchard Park, or even internationally such as in Kuwait. The person you see in your screen right now, Eric Bonnet, he's actually one of our graduate students. So you never know who's going to walk in your door. And you may not be able to identify with your students at all, or you might be able to identify with them. Regardless, you're going to need to have a very broad variety of teaching tools, skills, and knowledge in order to best meet their needs. And of course, technology can aid us in that process. So remember that approximately 80% of our students, as we learned in that article in the beginning of the semester, and especially secondary settings, do not participate in school music ensembles. So thinking about the band, choir, and music, orchestra ensembles we already have in place predominantly in our public schools. So a reminder of, what is our job as music educators? Do we ignore students not in our premier ensembles? Do we put in our time in those courses and ensembles that are not the ensembles that we feel that we were born to teach? Or do we believe that we have an ethical responsibility to teach everyone music? And that's a question only yourself can answer, you yourselves can answer, but I highly encourage you to think through this class about ways that you can meet the needs of all students who walk in your door, not just a very, very small group. And how can we use technology to plan, organize, deliver, engage students in, and assess instruction? Okay, that's the lens we're looking at for this class. So with all of that said, your final project, as a reminder, is to create a dream course for a hypothetical school district. So regardless of your student population, your task is to design a course that would be interesting for students not in that 20% who are currently involved in school ensembles. Or as we mentioned, it could include those students as well. So your final product for your website, for your dream course is going to be a website. The website will include a welcome page, lessons, a final course project description, an example of final product, resources, and additional content. You're going to walk away from this course with a website that you can someday use to structure your course if you choose to implement this course out in the real world. And a website that you can share with future employers during your interview. This is how you will be graded for the Dream course website. So this is your final assessment, your summative assessment. So you can press pause here to take a deeper look. We will review this again in a couple of days in class. Here are some website examples. I encourage you to visit these websites to get an idea for what other students have done in previous semesters for their Dream courses. So your next assignment working toward your final project is going to be to create a course trailer, just like you would create a movie trailer, okay? And think about the purpose of a movie trailer. The purpose is to tease the audience a little bit, to give a snippet and excite the audience about what's to come. That's why it's called a coming attraction when you go to the movies. So the purpose is for, if we're going to use a movie trailer prototype in education, would be to generate excitement about learning and to provide a window into your teaching for parents, administrators, and colleagues to share a little bit about what students are learning in their music classes and ensembles. So that's an overall way that teachers are using the idea of a movie trailer and creating what we would call learning trailers. Well, for this course, you're going to create a dream course trailer. You're going to create one that's going to generate excitement for your future students that you could share at the beginning of the school year during a general assembly. And remember, as a good movie trailer shows all the best parts of the movie, your course trailer should show the best parts of your course. So happy learning, and details about your projects and your assignments are on Schoology.